Alright, let's be honest. You're sick of F1 right now, and I don't blame you. You didn't sign up to watch Max Verstappen lift off the throttle 50 kilometers per hour before a corner because his battery needs a nap. You didn't subscribe to watch George Russell shift down 2 gears on a straight because his MG UK is having a moment. You wanted racing. Actual racing, where drivers push cars to the absolute limit without a computer telling them to slow down or they'll run out of electrons. Well, good news. While F1 is on a month-long break trying to figure out how they turn the pinnacle of motorsport into a PlayStation energy management simulator, there are 5 other motorsports that still remember what racing is supposed to look like. Let me introduce you to your new obsessions. First up, IndyCar. Think of it as F1's cool American cousin who doesn't overthink things. You get open-wheel cars, you get incredible drivers, but here's the difference. They're not managing battery deployment, algorithms while calculating lift and coast windows. They're just racing. Wild concept, I know. IndyCar gives you 3 types of tracks: road courses for the technical stuff, street circuits for the chaos, and ovals where you get 230 mph pack racing that makes your heart stop every lap. Remember when F1 used to have close racing? When multiple drivers could actually win? When overtakes happened because of skill instead of pressing an overtake button? IndyCar does that. Every single race. The cars are spec chassis with different engines, which means it's actually about the drivers. Not who has the best energy recovery system, not who optimized their battery deployment the best. Just pure driving skill and strategy that makes sense. Plus, the Indy 500 is coming up. If you've never watched 33 cars going wheel to wheel at 230 miles per hour for 500 miles, you're missing out. It's like F1 Monaco, except instead of parade laps behind a safety car, people are actually passing each other. Shocking, I know. And the best part? You can watch drivers from different teams actually fight for wins. On the same weekend, in the same race, without needing a safety car lottery or a teammate taking out the leader to make it happen. IndyCar is everything F1 used to be before it got obsessed with making cars that need a PhD in electrical engineering to drive. Okay, hear me out on this one. NASCAR. I know what you're thinking, they just turn left. Yeah, and F1 just turns right at some tracks. Your point? Here's what NASCAR has that F1 desperately needs right now. Pure combustion engines, no batteries, no energy recovery, no lift and coast, no please manage your deployment or you'll be 3 seconds slower. Just a big angry V8 engine that goes loud for 3 hours straight. You want close racing. NASCAR drivers are literally touching each other at 200 miles per hour. You want unpredictability. The guy in 15th place can win if he plays strategy right. You want drama. They'll bump each other into the wall and then fight in the garage after. Is it different from F1? Absolutely. Is it more entertaining than watching Lewis Hamilton lift off in the middle of a straight because his battery is sad? Also, absolutely. The racing is genuinely close, like photo finishes every week close, because the cars are relatively equal, so it comes down to driving, strategy, and occasionally just being willing to use your bumper more aggressively than the other guy. And you can actually hear the engines. Remember when F1 sounded good? NASCAR remembers. It's not sophisticated, it's not technical, it's just 40 drivers in loud cars going really fast and occasionally running into each other on purpose. And honestly, that's exactly what racing should be. Now we're getting spicy. Moto GP. You think F1 drivers are brave? Try doing 220 miles per hour on 2 wheels with your knee scraping the asphalt and nothing but a leather suit between you and the gravel trap. Moto GP is what happens when you remove all the safety of a car and say go race anyway. And these lunatics do it. On bikes. In the rain, while passing each other 6 wide into a corner. There's no DRS, no battery deployment modes, no box we're switching to plan B. Just you, the bike, and your ability to not die. The racing is insane. Like, genuinely insane. Riders are passing and repassing 5 times per lap. Photo finishes happen constantly, and when someone crashes, they don't just spin into a gravel trap. They turn into a human missile and slide 50 meters down the track. Is it terrifying? Yes. Is it more exciting than watching Kimi Antonelli lift off before 130R to charge his battery? Also yes. If you want pure, unfiltered racing where skill actually matters and technology doesn't manage everything, MotoGP is your new religion. The bikes are incredible machines, but they don't require an engineering degree to understand what's happening. Rider goes fast, rider brakes late, rider leans bike over until physics says no. That's it. That's the sport. And the personalities are amazing. These guys are genuinely crazy. You have to be to do what they do, and they'll tell you exactly what they think about each other. The bikes, the tracks, everything. No corporate PR nonsense, just racers being racers. Alright, this one's different. WEC and Le Mans. Forget 2-hour sprints, we're talking endurance racing, as in 24 hours of racing, straight. No breaks, just pure chaos for an entire day. You've got multiple classes of cars on track at the same time. Hypercars fighting for the win, GT cars trying not to get obliterated by hypercars, slower cars just trying to survive. It's beautiful chaos. And here's the thing, strategy actually matters. Not when do I deploy my battery strategy. Real strategy. Tire wear, fuel stops, driver changes, weather, nighttime racing where you can barely see, mechanical failures at 4 a.m. The 24 Hours of Le Mans is legendary. It's been running since 1923. Ferrari, Porsche, Toyota, everyone wants to win it. Because surviving 24 hours of racing at maximum speed is harder than winning any F1 race. Plus, you can watch it overnight with friends, make it an event, and by hour 18 when you're delirious from lack of sleep, every moment feels like the most important thing that's ever happened. The racing is strategic but also completely unpredictable. A car can be leading with 1 hour to go and then have a mechanical failure that ends their race. Or they can be 3 laps down and win because everyone else broke. It's endurance racing. Anything can happen. And usually does. Is it long? Yes. Will you lose your mind watching cars race at 3 a.m? Absolutely. Is it better than F1's battery management simulator? You tell me. And finally, the absolute maddest motorsport on the planet. World Rally Championship. You thought F1 tracks were challenging. Try racing on dirt roads, in forests, on snow, on gravel, with trees right next to the track, and rocks and cliffs, and spectators standing 3 feet from your car as you fly past at 100 miles per hour. Oh, and you don't get to practice the course. You get one guy sitting next to you reading pace notes, telling you what's coming. Left 6 into right 3, don't cut. And you just trust him. While going flat out, on ice. In Finland, there's no runoff area, no gravel traps, just trees, ditches, and certain death if you get it wrong. And these drivers do it anyway. The cars are insane. All-wheel drive monsters that can slide sideways through corners on any surface. No energy management, no deployment modes, just pure mechanical grip, driver skill, and the co-driver screaming instructions while you're airborne off a jump. Rally is what happens when someone asks, what if we made racing as dangerous as possible? And everyone said, yeah, sounds good. The stages are timed runs through actual roads, sometimes through towns, sometimes through forests, sometimes up mountains, and the drivers are going absolutely flat out the entire time with zero margin for error. One mistake and you're in a tree, or off a cliff, or upside down in a ditch. And yet they keep pushing because that's what rally drivers do. If you want something completely different from F1, where bravery matters more than technology, WRC will blow your mind. So there you have it. 5 motorsports that still understand what racing is supposed to be. While F1 is on break trying to figure out why everyone hates watching cars slow down on straights, you can watch IndyCar drivers going wheel to wheel, NASCAR drivers bumping each other at 200 miles per hour, Moto GP riders doing things that should be illegal, WEC cars racing for 24 straight hours, and rally drivers flying through forests with zero margin for error. Real racing, no batteries required. So here's my question for you. Which one should I start covering on this channel? IndyCar, NASCAR, Moto GP, WEC, Rally? Drop a comment and let me know. Because if F1's going to keep serving us this battery management nonsense, we might as well find something better to watch.